Hello!
Welcome back to the HNU podcast with your hosts, Himalay and
Urvashi.
If you can, like, subscribe and share if you like it.
And don't forget to turn on the post notifications. Do you have any random conversation starters with specific people?
Conversation starters. It's not a conversation starter. It's not random either. I think the generic ones is hi, how are you doing? The starters.
Yeah.
Or the weird ones that I've already said before with the fam.
Yeah, like talking in memes.
Yo! Hey, yo!
Yeah, I think that's like
so random.
That's like when you're at that level of like comfort when you're just
with the people.
Yeah, or like when you're in a conversation and like you've been talking for a while and then all of a sudden there's just this silence and there's nothing else left to say really.
Yeah.
And you're like with a person that you're like, I don't know what they expect like in this conversation, like what are we getting out of it?
Well, I just think that if you're very comfortable with that person saying whatever you say or however you greet each other, the silence isn't awkward. Because you both understand that there's nothing to say, so you don't say anything.
Fair.
Why do you feel awkward when it does happen like that?
No, I don't think I feel awkward. I'm just more like, I then think like, okay, what do I actually want to talk about to this person, Especially if it's been a really long time. Because sometimes like when it's someone you've known for a long time and, like it's easier to be around that silence. Like you said, it's a more comfortable silence because you know that you've known that person for a long time. But sometimes it's like when you're trying to talk about something, you have to really ease into the conversation. Because like, or just give it time and eventually like that's when you'll actually start like actually talking about the things you want to know. But it's true, like normally when you see someone, it's more like, hey, how are you? How have you been? Like, Yeah. And then eventually you actually start talking about things you want to know.
It's not even what I know, you just want to talk about.
Yeah. I mean, communication. It's important.
Yo, Chris Brown, I went to see him yesterday. He was so good, man. So good. Born... what was I going to say? Born to entertain. Like, genuinely. The best ever I've ever seen. I've seen Drake, I've seen Coldplay, I've seen Chris Brown. They were the main three that I've always wanted to go see. Done it, but Chris Brown takes the cherry on top. The best performer I've ever seen. He just lays it out all on the I was going to say dance floor. all on that stage, man. Amazing.
Was there a theme for the concert or was it just like... Because like, I think I heard it wasn't for an album. It was just like a concert for all of his songs, but I don't think that was right.
No, so what he did was most of the songs were... It was just like a mixture of every album that he's had, but mostly from the new album. I say mostly, but that's even a lie. Like, he just did all of the classics. Majority of them, sorry. Yeah, there was no theme to this.
Okay. That's good.
No, so good, man.
I mean, I remember you were looking forward to it for so long, and now you've been. How does it feel?
Like I said, it was just worth it. It was worth the years of not seeing him live. Oh, man, just all into one. So good. It still feels unreal that we've seen him.
Did you feel the same way about Coldplay as well?
Definitely the same thing. I cried at Coldplay. That was different kind of like feeling. Because I've loved music and like music performance in particular. They're the reason why went into it. Man. But no, Chris Brown, very close to it. I think there would have been one song that would have let the waterworks, and that was definitely Say Goodbye, but he didn't play it, which is fine. Because again, every other song that he played was just amazing.
Yeah. What's one thing that will always cheer you up?
Food.
Really?
Definitely. Well, not any type of food. I think it has to be like something great. Like
something you actually like.
Yeah. Not getting hyped over cereal, let's be honest.
I
but
do.
We're talking like chicken, curry.
Yeah. Or your paneer.
Yeah, or paneer. Or I don't know, something different sometimes. It's interesting. I want to know what it tastes like. If it tastes like crap, at least I tried it, and then I know not to do it again.
That's true.
But I always have a thing with like trying new places out. I always say you got to try it twice to get a good judge of the food or the place.
Yeah.
You can't have it one time, and you can't have that same thing again twice. You've got to have something different to the place.
That's a good way to judge.
Yeah.
It's a good theory to stick by. Because I tend to find what I like and then just stick to it, and then
Yeah.
forever that's my one thing to order from there.
I tell you now, you have a very slim, I don't know, view of life. I think with food, you've got to try things in order to understand the culture better in whatever it is.
Yeah, I need to broaden my horizon.
Yeah, broaden your palate, for sure.
Yeah. So that's one thing that will always cheer you up is food.
Yeah, what about you?
Probably seeing the nephews. I don't know, they're just hilarious.
Yeah, that's
And
a
whatever
good one
they
as
do.
well. That is a good one as well. Nice seeing them.
It is. Can you be mean to yourself?
So I've written this down. Have you written that right? Yeah. Can you be mean to yourself? Like, have you ever noticed you being mean to yourself is what I mean.
I've noticed me feeling bummed out about certain decisions I've made throughout the day where I'm like you could have got this done, this done, this done instead. You decided to do this instead, and, you know, clearly you haven't been as efficient with your time
So no,
as you could have.
then you've not ever noticed yourself being mean to yourself.
Not really. I tend to stop before I get mean to myself. I feel like I can't be mean to myself because I'm just like, okay, well, it's a decision you made. Stick by it. Like, you know, these are things you can still do throughout the day, you know?
Yeah.
It's not the end of the world if you've not stuck to a schedule or, you know? So, no, I tend to just be like, okay, it's fine. Just carry on moving, you know, get it done.
So have you ever not been mean in judging yourself on how you look and your appearance?
Oh, no.
No.
Mm-mm.
That's good. Why do you think
No.
that is? That you've not? Because I would assume that majority of people do that, where they are mean to themselves, or they'd put themselves in that pit.
Yeah. I feel like that does come down to your insecurities and how much you, like, want to change things about yourself. And personally, I'm very blessed. I'm happy with the way I look. Even with, like, my scars, my acne, it just shows the journey I've been on in this life. And so it just makes me more proud than anything else. I'm just like, oh, cool, this is... Like, I don't feel the urge to want to cover up. I don't feel the urge to want to, you know, I don't know, change
Or hide.
a lot of things. Or hide, yeah. And so I'm open about it, and I love myself. I'm literally like, here, I'm beautiful. I don't care if somebody doesn't think that I am, you know?
And do you think that's because of all the, I wouldn't say bullying, I would say character building
Hell no!
is the right politically correct word?
Don't put my love for myself on you guys, okay?
On us, because we bullied you so much to the point where you were like, I don't give a fuck what anyone else says.
No, I think it did help me in terms of, like, your guys' bullying, because it isn't character building.
That's not politically correct.
It's politically correct, yeah? No.
Character building.
Older brothers just have this thing where they want to annoy the hell out of you until there's a point where you're like...
I'm older sisters as well. It's not just older brothers. I guess in your instance, older brothers.
Yeah, I don't have an older sister, so...
Yeah, but trust me.
Older cousin sisters,
It's just
but they're nice
older
to me.
siblings things.
Yeah, but I think it's brothers to sisters more. It's kind of like you guys, when you were younger, you kind of had that, like, God damn it, why can't I punch you? Why can't I just... Why aren't you a boy? And then as we grow up, we feel that we're like, you wish I was a boy, but I'm not, so fuck you.
It's fine. We get our aggressions out other ways.
Yeah.
Like when
Tickle
you're sitting
fights.
downstairs and you're not doing...
Steal my phone.
Well, you're not doing anything and you just, like, look too peaceful. That needs to stop.
I don't understand that. Like, I'm literally doing nothing. I'm living my life. This guy feels the edge, the need, the, like, necessity.
The older brother, older sister feels the need to
Disturb
not
the
allow
peace.
that to happen. That's not right. Why are you chilling for? Why are you relaxed? No, that's not normal.
That's so mean.
Older,
No.
Yeah, it's definitely older siblings things.
Yeah. I mean, don't get us wrong. There are some younger siblings out there that can be very annoying. I'm just not one of them.
Well, you don't think you're annoying.
I know I don't want to be annoying. That's not my intention. You know, if I
Doesn't
am
matter
annoying,
whether
that's just me being
I
annoying.
don't think anyone has an intention to be
Oh
annoying.
yeah, they do. You have the intention to be annoying. You want to disturb my peace on purpose.
That's not my intention
Yeah,
to
it
be
is.
annoying.
Yes, but it
I'm
is.
not
That is
going
what you're
downstairs
doing.
to bully you to be annoying. No.
Yes, you are.
My reason
You
to
want
go and
to
do
annoy
it
me.
is because no, not to
Nah,
annoy you.
you want to annoy
disturb
me.
the peace. To be like, this
And
is
how
not
do you
okay.
do that? You do that by annoying me.
Not annoying you. There's
Yes,
different methods of
no.
it, but I don't think it's annoying.
No, it's annoying. It's annoying. That's what it is. But no, my point was there are some younger siblings out there that can be real pieces of whack for all the siblings too.
Yeah.
But in my case, I
You
have two
being
older
one of them.
brothers.
So
Do you know what? That actually does annoy me. I could literally hit this guy so much and he just won't feel it. Like, you're like a block of wood. You just, like, I could punch you. You'll be like, oh, okay, I felt that one. But does he really? Probably not.
well, no, there've been times where you've hit me and I'm like, oh, what's going on here?
Mm.
That's not normal.
I guess it's a good thing.
It is a good thing.
Yeah.
It means I wouldn't say you can defend yourself, but if you need to, you can swing hands, you know? People can catch them hands.
Yeah. That's good. I want to be able to do that.
Good. And we want you to be able to do that.
No such thing as a guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
Why have you put this?
I'll put this down. I don't think there is such thing as a guilty pleasure. Because if you actually like the thing, then the guilt is only because other people around you are being like, that's weird. You shouldn't be doing that. Or you shouldn't be liking that. That's weird.
I've never seen it like that.
Guilty pleasure. For example, Justin Bieber tracks. Majority of guys, I think, beforehand, like, now I think it's okay, but before people were like, no. Like,
So you think it's more of like a society standpoint kind of thing?
I don't know anything about that, but I'm just saying I don't think it's like. Let's say the example for it. I like Justin Bieber tracks, but majority of his songs I've always liked. Before it would be a guilty pleasure,
Because of the way people would act around you if you had said that out loud.
but whatever I like is what I like. So why try and hide that?
Okay, so I've never seen it as the standpoint of, oh, it's a guilty pleasure because other people aren't a big fan of it. I've always seen it as, this is my guilty pleasure because I would feel guilty knowing I'm doing this rather than something I should be doing. Like, I would do this as an escape because I like doing this. So watching
listening
a TV
to
show,
that kind of music is...
No, not
See,
listening
because
to
in
that kind of music.
that aspect doesn't work, what you're saying. That only for specific things, like you say in movies, you shouldn't be watching movies, but instead you should... No, you're watching a movie, but instead you should be doing something else. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, like your me time is kind of like it shouldn't be a guilty pleasure, but sometimes it does feel like it when you are cutting time out of something else to have me time. For me, I'm giving different examples.
But that's not a guilty pleasure. That's just you not doing what you should be doing. That's not nothing. That's what
No,
nothing to do
but
with
then
guilty pleasure.
there are other times and other things where it's like, okay, this is my guilty pleasure. Like, this is something I like to do, and sometimes you feel guilty about it. Whether that's because you should be doing something else.
I
whether it's
understand
because of-
that, but the guilty pleasure part, you're mixing the word. Like, that's not guilty pleasure, what you're saying. That's you doing something that you are doing, but you should be doing something else. That's when you feel guilty.
Okay.
But guilty pleasure is more on the sense of something like liking something
Maybe other people wouldn't
that
like
other
as
people
much.
wouldn't like as much.
Or judge you for.
Or yeah,
Okay.
that's what a guilty pleasure is. Not what you said there.
But it could also be, but lots of people could have the same guilty pleasure and they could all just be like, that's my guilty pleasure too, you know?
Yeah. They can do
Like,
that, yeah.
yeah.
'Cause then in that case, if they realise that's not a guilty pleasure, you both like that.
Yeah. Maybe. I want to Google it. I want to know the actual definition of a guilty pleasure.
Yeah, because it's definitely not what you're trying to say.
Oh, I spelt it wrong. I spelled guilty. Something such as a film, television program, or a piece of music that one enjoys despite feeling that it is not generally held in high regard.
Yeah. I.e., others around them, it's not that great. Why are you listening to that? Why are you watching that for?
Okay, and then the example is everybody has a guilty pleasure. For me, it has to be mid-70s disco.
Right.
Right, okay. I don't know why TikTok was on that list. I feel like a lot of people love TikTok.
No, because there's there's another generation of people that say, nah, man, TikTok's toxic. I was one of those people.
Toxic?
Toxic, yeah. Toxic. I used to be one of those people because I was in the Vine era. And I said, this is rubbish. What the hell is this? What's everyone TikToking about, man? It's such a kiddish thing to do. Then COVID hit and we just...
It became an essential form of entertainment for people, I think.
Yeah, because, again, I think most people have got a short attention span, including myself.
Yeah.
Well, I've been cutting down on that anyway. But, yeah, most of us have a short attention span, and TikTok is the place.
I think when people started to like compare it to like, I think the old one was Musical.ly, and then like also like Vine and other short form platforms, it kind of doesn't give it a spot on its own. Like it doesn't give it its own like, oh, this is us. We're not trying to imitate anybody.
Well, it didn't at first.
But then because that's what happens with everything though.
Yeah.
And then eventually, slowly but surely, it's made its own way into like everybody's.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And now
daily
TikTok
lives.
is the best place to push content.
Yeah.
So random, like the way the algorithm works. So push that, put your stuff on there, and hope for the best.
I think it's because like a lot of people, there was a lot of stigma before being like, oh my god, it's so dead, and then eventually when it got good, everyone was like, you know what, hold on a second.
Yeah.
And then it just went to, TikTok's sick, like I'm addicted to it.
I think the only reason why I enjoy TikTok is literally because it is basically Vine, but TikTok.
It's just a different name.
Yeah. The memes are still there. There's still a lot of things that I learned from, and that's the crazy thing, like on TikTok. There's so many things I learn on TikTok now, but that's only because of the algorithm that I forced it to become. So most of the positive stuff that they push on there, or sometimes stupid memes, they're the two very polar things that you'll see on my TikTok.
I reckon you'll just be scrolling through your TikTok. It'll be like funny meme, a positive meme, like affirmations.
One of them would be talking about a good story about a farmer and like talking about like how he survived or something, and the courage that it takes to do that. And the next one would be some guy running bare naked a car. Like why is he doing that? Like butt naked,
That's
fully.
So
and the guy's driving off, and he looks behind and put the camera behind him, and this guy fully naked is running after the car. Like, what is that?
Oh my god! Yeah, yours must be some random.
Yeah, it's funny though. It's hilarious.
What consumes your time the most, and how do you feel about it?
Work consumes my time, majority of it. I mean, that's 8 hours of my work, 8 hours of my day gone. But if that's excluding the travel there and back. So then we're saying 10 hours of my time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how do you feel about that?
Before I used to be complaining about it. However, if it's that bad, I can change my job, and also I get to go to work and I get to earn a living. So I have to be realistic about it and be like, well, I can either complain about it all the time, or I can be like, change my perspective of it and my mindset of it would be like, well, I am earning. There's a lot of people that are not. People are struggling to get jobs and that.
It's very true. It's nice to be grateful for what you have.
Yeah, it is. But it's also difficult to be grateful when you've been in a position for so long where you're like, this drains my energy the majority of the time. And that's something I've just got to put up with until I kick myself up the arse and say, come on then, we need to move. Something needs to change. In order for things to change, something needs to change. Something that you're doing in your routine needs to change.
Yeah.
Otherwise you're going to get the same results every time.
That's very true.
What about you?
I think what consumes my time the most, if it's not sleeping, it's working. And I say if it's not sleeping because I have to be fair, I'm going to give myself, like, last week was an off because I was ill and I did need to sleep to recover.
Right.
Which is why I sound a lot better this time than I did last week. But, working right now. Yeah. But I think it does help when you're excited for the day. When you have that excitement of like, okay, let's go. Let's like, it's go time, you know? I'm grinding right now. I want to get things done. I want to get, you know, get the peas, be able to afford things.
Yeah, I think it's hard for people to be excited about a day when they're not got anything looking forward to.
Mm.
For me, I think that's the change for me. Like having something to look forward to. Doesn't matter what it is. It could be as small as meeting up with a couple of friends.
Yeah.
Looking forward to things is the thing that, for me, helps me move forward, to keep pushing, to
Yeah.
keep doing what I'm doing. If I want to change, well, I can find the change.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very true. Yeah, no, it's true. I mean, the other day not the other day, this was this morning, I woke up and do you know what excited me?
What?
I bought drinks recently, right? Like these J2 sparkling drinks, and I said I wasn't going to drink it until work. So I woke up and I was like, yes, I get to take my drink to work today.
Yeah. Did you?
And that's what made me get up.
Wicked. See,
Was
that's good.
knowing that I get to have a drink at work today. I
Yeah.
get to take it.
Looking forward to something.
Yeah.
Cool.
It could literally be as tiny as that, but no, it's fun. It's nice when you have aspects of your day that you look forward to. I mean, there's always one. There's always something. Even if it's something I've been procrastinating.
Yeah.
Like on my to-do list, I'm like, okay, today I'm getting done at least 2 things on my to-do list. And I've been like pushing them back for like, what, a week or whatever. I'm getting it done.
What's your favourite day? What favourite time of day?
Favorite time of day? There's a couple of days, you know. But I'd probably say when after I pick up mum and we get home, we get to just chill for a bit. You know, if I'm not like grinding and like working from home and stuff, then it's
That.
being able to like unwind. You know, the whole day's gone by. Been working all day, get to come home. This is obviously for the days I have been working all day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like that. Especially after knowing that I have actually done things with my time. I've not just been home
Yeah.
or been sleeping or, you know, whatever. Yeah.
Nice. I'd say my favourite time of day, well, the day has to be a Sunday at around 3:30, 4. I don't know what it is when I'm in this room. When it hits around that time, the sun is coming through. I think it's sun setting. It's very quiet around this area, so it's nice to just open the window a bit. And the silence is, I'm sure you've heard this before, the silence is deafening.
Yeah.
But it's not in a way where you feel overwhelmed. It just feels nice, quiet, just peaceful, the right word to use.
It's very true.
Is it very true? Have you been here around that time?
Yeah, I have actually.
Have you?
Yeah, especially when you're not here.
Oh, fair. I was going to say that, actually. Do you guys ever come upstairs when I'm not here?
Yeah, I mean, I had to come the other day to get the thing.
Right.
But yeah,
It is, it's nice.
it is nice. I like, especially, I remember one day you were, I think you were at work. I had to use a printer. Obviously, the printer's in your room. So I came upstairs and I was printing and the sun was coming in. It was just nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, it wasn't cold in your room that day.
surprisingly.
Surprisingly, indeed. Yeah.
Because I'm finding it cold now. But then again, I'm in shorts and a t-shirt, so...
Look at what I'm wearing. I'm
It's
like fully
different.
clothed and you're like, yeah, like that. Yeah.
Question of the day. What moment was most precious today?
What moment was most precious today? Probably during this podcast. Yeah.
Why?
When we were talking about character building and I was disagreeing with you.
Okay.
Because I feel like that's just us, you know?
Yeah.
Like that was very raw, very real. Yeah, that's how we are. Plus I haven't really seen you this much this week, so yeah.
This week, so Monday.
Yeah, this since the last weekend. You know what I mean.
No, I do know what you mean. Okay. I'd say my most precious time today was, and this is strange, but doing something for someone else. For example, Mum. The kitchen was a bit of a mess today,
Yeah.
but I had nothing to do because I had the day off, right? It's great. It's happy days. Yeah. Just like cleaning the room, cleaning the kitchen, hoovering the floor,
That's nice.
wiping the counters down, washing the dishes. I don't know, simple things like that just ground me.
Yeah.
Whilst I'm thinking about something, I don't know what it is, it could be anything.
No, it is very therapeutic. Like, whilst helping someone else, you kind of see things in yourself that maybe you didn't, like, you see yourself in a different light sometimes. But it's not about that, it's more about the fact that, like, I love doing the dishes because it's very therapeutic for me as well. But also I'm helping mum out as well.
Yeah.
And I'm cleaning the kitchen. Like, it's all positives, you know? But yeah, so I get that. And also she did notice. She was like, did Hims move the table?
Yeah.
I was like, I think so. She's like, the kitchen looks bigger.
I didn't move it that much. I just moved it so I can pick up the bloody, the lids that's all on the floor.
She said the kitchen looks bigger. That was cute. But yeah.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Thank you very much for watching, everybody. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.